Hi, this is Christina, a reader of fictions, and I'm here to share with you my book haul for this past week. And I had an amazing week this week, so I've got a lot of awesome things to share with you and a lot of squeeing to do about the amazing things that I got. So most of my haul is awesome, all because of YA Book Central, which is just the best. So I have a bunch of wonderful things from them that I'm sure people will be very jealous of. But first, let me show you the other things that I got, which are also quite exciting. First off, I'm part of the blog tour for Renegade by J.A. Souders, and so the traveling arc finally made its way to me, and it's a little bit beat up at this point in the tour. I'm its last stop, and I've been hearing good things, though I haven't actually seen any reviews yet, but from what I can tell, it seems like this one is much darker than it looks like on the cover, and I'm very excited about that. And then this is, and Renegade is published by Torteen and is coming out in November sometime. And then I got The Confidant by Hélène Gumillon. Didn't take French, but anyways, this is historical fiction and it sounds great. It's about a woman who finds letters after her mother's death or something, and it's got ties to the World War II. Anyways, it sounds so up my aisle, and that is from Penguin. And I had got another TLC book tours book, and that is These Things Happen by Richard Kramer, which is LGBT, I believe, and so I'm excited about that. And then now it's time for my YABC book haul. So all of these, the reviews will appear on YABC first. All right, so the first one, which I'm actually getting close to finishing, is The Spindlers by Lauren Oliver. You can tell my cat, little charmer that he is, made friends with the bookmark. So this is her middle grade novel, and it came out beginning of October 2nd, and this is published by Harper. And also published October 2nd, I have Pirate Cinema by Cory Doctorow, and this one is from Torteen. And October 9th publication date, All You Never Wanted by Adele Griffin. This is published by Knopf Books for Young Readers, an imprint of Random House. Heard great things about Adele Griffin. It sounds like this maybe isn't her best book, but I'm still excited to read it. Also, I just noticed, but the back of this book is horrifying. Look at that. What is that? That is horrifying. Okay. Also published on October 9th, The Unfailing Light by Robin Bridges, which is the second book in the Katrina trilogy. And the first book is called The Gathering Storm. And I read that one. It was, I think, a 3.5 for me. Like, it was fun and enjoyable, and I'm excited to see what happens next. And also came out on October 9th, another Random House book. All three of these are The Opposite of Hallelujah by Anna Jarzab. And I know Katie, a book girl, gave this one a good review, so I'm assuming that I will like it quite a bit. It sounds like a very, very depressing contemporary novel. It's also kind of massive. And this one is published by Delacorte. My cat just jumped in a big box. All you can see is his tail. Okay, and now we're to the super exciting part of my YABC book haul, which is the arcs that I got from them. So first up, I have Pivot Point by Casey West, which is one of the Lucky 13, or Friday the 13ers, I believe she's one of those. And this book looks so cool and creepy, and I'm very excited. And it comes out from Harper's Teen on February 12th. And I'm super excited. This is one of my most anticipated books of 2013. The Madman's Daughter by Megan Shepherd, which is a retelling of the Isle of Dr. Moreau. And it just sounds awesome. And this one comes out January 29th from Balzer Spray. And I got another one of my most anticipated books, which is Just One Day by Gail Foreman. I loved If I Stay and Where She Went, and so I'm really hoping that she lives up to that awesomeness in this next book. And apparently it is set in Paris, and they managed not to put the Eiffel Tower on the front cover, which is pretty impressive, but there it is on the back. Anyways, very excited about that, and that comes out January 8th. From Dutton, which is an imprint of Penguin. And I got another of my most anticipated books. This is so exciting. Which is Prophecy by Ellen O, who is such a darling and a sweetie on Twitter, and I'm so excited. Also, I was kind of expecting it to be longer, but you know I can use short books, so it was very exciting. And this one is published by Harper Teen and is coming out January 1st. Start the year off with a bang, right? And I know that my friend Jenny at Lauren Reads is going to be super, super jealous of me for getting this one. And that is Nobody But Us by Kristen Hallbrook. I think Jenny and Blythe, they both really want to read this, I think, if I remember correctly. Maybe I have the wrong people, but I'm pretty sure. Harper Teen. And this comes out January 29th. And another of my highly anticipated books for the year, coming out February 19th from Harper Teen, Mind Games by Kirsten White. Paranormalcy wasn't my favorite. I liked the first couple books, okay, like they're cute and they're funny, but also had like the relationship between the main two really left me cold. But this one sounds like it's quite different, and I love the cover, and it sounds creepy and awesome. And I got a dystopia coming out on, looks like February 19th. And that is Shards and Ashes, which is edited by Melissa Marr and Kelly Armstrong. It is a collection of stories. Looks like the authors are Kelly Armstrong, Rachel Kane, Cami Garcia, Nancy Holder, Melissa Marr, Beth Revis, Veronica Roth, Carrie Ryan, and Margaret Stoll. It will be interesting to see how this goes because I generally don't like some of these authors' work. So mostly the ones probably that people are really excited about. But we will see. I am excited. You know how I feel about dystopias. And the final one that I got for review from them is coming out February 26th from St. Martin's Griffin, and that is Eleanor in Park by Rainbow Rowell, which is, I believe, a historical fiction set in like 1980. So it sounds really cool and quirky, and I'm excited about that. I also got my payment for working for YA Book Central. Every month I get a free book, and this month I chose Such a Rush by Jennifer Eccles because I want to read more contemporaries, and I've heard Jennifer Eccles is amazing. All right, so that is my haul this week. Link me up to what you got, and I hope you have an awesome bookish week. All right, bye.